Good evening, guys. This is first time streaming back for a long time. Hope people can hear me. Um, yeah, it's a bit of a new thing for me personally. Usually, get opportunities through the podcast. This is the first time I've actually applied for something for myself, and this is Dragon's Dogma 2, courtesy of Capcom Europe, who kindly provided me a code through the Rainmaker thing. I applied. I was eligible with a couple of the credentials, and they very kindly, accepted the request. And here we go. For a bit of context, a big fan of the first game. Played Dark Arisen more than a few times, and eventually settled on the PC version, which I played quite extensively, though never finished, regrettably. So let's hope to correct that with this one. Obviously, this game's been in the news a lot this week for various reasons, whether it's down to the performance or the microtransactions. We'll see how we get on with either. This is right at the beginning of the game. The only thing I haven't done, the only thing I did, should I say, before we came on stream, was I made this very generic looking dude. I'm not very good with a character creator at all, so I just basically crafted something. A more handsome looking version of me, let's say, with a far better physique. Obviously, today, I'll not talk over the cutscenes.
What do you think you're up to, layabout? Get a move on!
Sorry.
Do your injuries pain you? Pray, do not overexert yourself. This is no place for one of your ilk. 'Tis harsh beyond measure. Even we pawns are pushed to the brink. You ought not anger the overseer. Let us proceed to the site. I do not understand how 'tis they compel us.
'Tis.
There is no arisen among the overseers.
Just as long as somebody says that Masterworks all, you can't go wrong, and then I'll be home again.
Time for you to get to work.
Pick up a boulder.
You are prepared to work? Then you ought begin by carrying stones out from the station in the back and bringing them here.
So usually in RPGs and things like that, I either go for magic users or, in MMOs, I tend to go for a traditional sort of melee fighter. So I've gone against type here and actually chosen an archer for a change. Obviously hoping to have like a magicka archer at a later date or something like the first game.
Looking to be made an example of, are we?
Very souls inspired.
The vicinity is quite cluttered. Pray leap, or aught that poses a hindrance to you.
Quite nice to do something aside from Resident Evil for a change. Often have a lot of time to do much else these days, and the reason why I've been away from streaming for a while now is just because life has been so hectic, and I've lost myself trying to finish Infinite Wealth, the most recent Like a Dragon / Yakuza game.
job well done. Now the next step is to... What is this commotion?
What is this
Perhaps we
commotion?
ought to investigate.
Jailed awakening. See, that spelling of jail is going to throw a lot of non-traditional English-speaking folk there. Something you don't see every day is jail being spelt like that. Ooh, it's Medusa.
No, the damn thing's been awoken. You got to fell that fiend, even at the cost of your lives. Get me out of here, now!
The magic user, dude. Come on.
The fundamentals of these will learn. I'll pop a distance.
Steady shot.
Careful.
Switch weapon skill, barrier shot. Familiarizing himself.
If your foes should draw too near, counter them with a well-aimed kick. Boulders, barrels, and the like can make effective weapons whenever combatant.
Actually automate them.
When delivering targeted strikes, I would recommend pinning
Oh, this little jump kick.
Are you unharmed?
Consane!
You ought flee while you can. After all, your charge awaits you. You cannot linger in this place forever. You have lost your memories. 'Tis surely the work of a fell curse, but worry not. You need only believe in your own destiny, Marissa.
Consane it. The accursed creature escaped. Oh, you! Get back here! Quickly!
This way, Arisen! Come this way. Let us flee.
You must join. That is the only path forward.
No one could survive a fall from this height. Not even a pawn. Don't just stand there! Shoot it down!
whose world you must protect.
Pray, keep your distance, Arisen. Worry not for me. The brine may swallow me whole, but I will not perish. There is a stone not far from here, known as a rift stone. Pray, seek it out. If you're truly the Arisen, then our paths will surely cross again.
Oi! Are you all right? What happened here? A griffin appears one moment and falls the next. And now you stand before me. Was it you then? The one who was riding on its back? 'Tis a wonder you survived. Accompany me to the stronghold. We'll treat your wounds and hear your story.
Griffin, that was an easy Griffin to fell versus some of the appearances in the first game.
This'll be a right mess to clean up. Who knew there'd be a cavern round here?
One of the things that I loved the most about the first game, if not the thing I loved the most about the first game, was the actual world building and the the overworld. Such a beautiful place. It was so well rendered and realised even for its time. So epic was its vistas that no console version I think ever ran it above 30 frames a second, which is one of the reasons why I favoured the console version. So it amuses me that some 12 years later we have another Dragon's Dogma game that's testing the consoles as they are now, and we have another 30 frames a second. So the first sort of, with frame rate issues that you can clearly see. I mean, it's certainly not a 60 frames a second experience. I'm disappointed to see the shadow, the water reflections like they are in some of the earlier RE engine games, like the reflective surfaces of the floor of the RPD. Now, the ray tracing patches did actually fix that for Resident Evil, and I know this game does support ray tracing, but I think it's just for the lighting. So it's excuse me, it is a bit of a shame to see the reflections have that. I can't remember what the phrase is. Oh, yeah, I'm not even going to pretend that I know.
Wait still. I can hardly believe it.
But it's so interesting to see how far the RE engines come from, like, the tight, small corridors of the Baker estate in RE7 to this kind of grand, sweeping, epic landscapes. It's nothing if not versatile.
Fine! Goblins! Let's take up your weapons, sir. You'll be needing it. If you find your strength flagging, buy the curative or have a bit of green orange.
Green orange.
When one of the fiends comes for you, best guard or dodge, else you'll be sore on the morrow. Make use of the slope. It will give you an advantage against their ranks. Employ guarded attacks to get the enemy to flinch. There are oft items to be scavenged from the bodies of...
I do like the implicate, the slight additions of Old English is great. So the tis and oft. I hope to hear a use of at some point.
I've not, and I count that a blessing. All I know for sure is that 'tis a beast e'er more fearsome than a griffin.
Airmorph.
One need only look to the miserable state of the village of Mel to see that. We can but hope that the Sovereign will rid us of his heir.
Some generals also aiming in this game, it must be said. Character is called Zaradan. It kind of derives from a variation of Zadok, although Zadok spelt with a Z. Zadok is my Lord of the Rings Online character that I've had for nearly 20 years.
Though, personally, I'm just glad to know we've got someone looking out for us.
And whenever I did an alt or anything like that, it would always be a variation of Zadok, so like Zaradok or Zaradan, and then so Zaradan is a name I've adopted for all the From Software RPGs and things like that, and I just thought I'd just stick with it for this one. There's no real origin to it as such. I suppose if you wanted an origin, then Zadok comes from Zadok the Compiler in Panzer Dragoon Saga, but that's going back some years.
Welcome, Arisen. We pawns have long awaited your arrival.
What is this? Pawns. They bend the knee to you so readily, but then... No. Surely you cannot be the Arisen.
You seek the Riftstone, do you not? We can take you to it. Pray, come this way. Before you stands a Riftstone. Tis a gate by which we of the Pawn Legion may cross into this world. Pray, summon your pawn. Simply paint with your mind's eye the loyal attendant whom you would have serve you.
Time to revisit my pyramids. You can either begin with a preset or choose to create your own pawn for flags. We're just going to choose a preset. Like I say, I suck on character creation. So, yeah. So it's cool. You have to set, you do actually have to set some things. Vocation, she can be. What should we have, guys? Have a fighter. She can be straightforward. Name. If you get this reference, you're a very old gamer like me.
This world is connected to innumerable other realms beyond the rift, which pawns, such as myself, are able to traverse. My kind is duty-bound to serve you, Arisen, and to use the knowledge we glean in these distant worlds to your benefit. I myself look forward to traveling alongside you, and using my experiences beyond the rift to enrich your adventures.
I presume we can still sit them down in a pub and talk how they can do their behaviours different.
You truly are the Arisen, then? Strange. I thought the Arisen was in the capital. Surely there's only meant to be one Arisen. Fie, this is all beyond my ken. The Watchhead would know what to do, I'm sure. Though, as luck would have it, he's away. I suppose we'll save any further questions till the Watchhead returns. You're free to do as you like afore then. What? You've no memories, you say? Mayhap you could make for Melve, then. 'Twas set upon by the dragon not long ago. The Arisen is said to bear some deep connection to the dragon. Should you be Arisen, mayhap you'll recall...
Well, so far so good. I haven't had my heart ripped out yet. So, well, at least to my knowledge, I don't think so.
Hail, Arisen. Pray, ask aught you wish to know. I shall answer, if 'tis within my power to do. 'Tis the name given to fate's chosen. That even with your memories lost to you, I am very well.
Okay. The world map, then. Looks quite big. Yeah, that's quite big. With the kind of hectic lifestyle that I have now, which doesn't lend itself well to playing games of this magnitude, I look at a game like this, I look at an overmap like that, and think, yeah, I ain't going to get this finished anytime this year, am I? Unless it's literally all I play and all I dedicate myself to. Make for Melve. Hale's beginning. Okay. Let's go explore then. This feels a lot faster just getting into this than the first game was. The first game had a reasonably lengthy
A treasure chest.
sequence of events you
You'll
have to get
find a
through
way to
before I
reach
kind of
it.
opened up and let you do your own thing. Look, Master, a treasure chest. Totally missed that.
I'd hasten home, were this not my duty.
What are you looking, Tyrus?
I enjoy tackling fierce foes and prefer combat's thrills to gathering items. I am confident and may act independently.
Very good. I've lost the treasure chest you were on about. Anyway, let's head out.
Well met.
Going out, are you? You sure that's a good idea? You seem right. You ought at least rest for the evening. There should be a... Only don't go rushing off before you're ready. Take it from me.
Make for the lodgings. It is recommended you rest at regular inns. Rest at inns at regular intervals. Okay. I don't know what that says about Capcom's saving system.
Boy there, you seem well tired. Tell you what, you can stay here tonight free of charge. I'll expect coin. My pa always used to say, there's naught a good night's sleep can't fix. Not much else. Aye, being armed is better than being defenseless, even if you're untrained. You should stop by the inn in Melve if you get the chance. No hard feelings if you prefer it.
Recovers the loss gauge, which represents a reduction in your health. Okay.
Much more to offer.
I have no issue falling asleep, even at this time of day.
Hail! You a soldier? 'Twould be a surprise to see you arrive in one piece if not. Hordes of monsters have been plaguing this area of late, you see. We've had to start sending out new recruits to cull them.
Is that so? Who went yonder?
Lachlan. But I dare say he'll fare all right.
Aye, I expect he will. Who was sent out that way, then?
Ricardo. To be honest, sir, I'm a little worried for him.
What? Weren't harpies reported in that area? The lad can't handle those beasts on his own.
This is the first I'm hearing of it. Fie! I want to go to his aid, but we can't just abandon our posts. Say, you seem stout of heart. Would you be willing to go in our stead? 'Tisn't far, only a short ways out from the main gate. You've my thanks. And Ricardo's as well, I'm sure.
Trying to bear the factor of time in mind. Okay, cool.
Must make haste if we are to arrive in
Priority
time to
quest.
assist.
Okay, aid at Cardo. So that's now changed on the map, I presume. Where we're going. Righto.
It's about time we pressed on, wouldn't you say, Master?
I think so, yeah. Cheers. Go. Instructs pawns to act independently of the Arisen. To me, my X-Men. Wait.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. early griffin gets the worm, as they say. Guard all you want. It won't make a difference when I've grappled you. See? Arisen, have you been harmed?
I think so. Right, stamina, I think. That's good. So, first impressions within the first sort of 20 minutes of the frame rate is
joy to serve one so gallant.
It's so far so good. Killian. Oh, it's somebody else's plan. That's pretty cool. Iris has hurt herself. Does she just heal automatically, or do I have to tell her to?
I didn't see you there. I suppose I was preoccupied with my thoughts. Our aid is required, Master. Let us depart.
I presume she'll just heal herself, will she? But yeah, I mean, like I say, the frame rate you can tell isn't 60 frames a second. It is a touch uneven, but the people who are saying that this is unplayable, it's like, come on. Whoa. Harpies. 'Tis but a harpy master. Is it harpies? Suck at aiming, by the way. Maybe Archer wasn't such a good choice.
Who are you? You come to aid me. Is that all of them? Yeah, you have my thanks. I do not believe for a moment I could have slain those creatures without your help. I've only just enlisted, and when I thought this could be the end of me, I was paralyzed. You saved me this time, but I won't always be so fortunate. I'll have to train harder, till I have the confidence to face such beasts on my own. Well, I'd best be heading back, but I'll be sure to let my superiors know of your good deed. I hope we meet again someday.
Don't we have a report to make, Master?
We do.
Seems there's no room for argument here. I shall obey, but I won't pretend I'm happy about it.
I'm sure the frame rate gets a bit more uneven when you get to busier areas, but just for traversing the overworld and stuff like that, this is absolutely fine. I mean, should it be better? Should it be more of a, should a better focus have been made toward the game's performance? Perhaps. But if people are thinking this is unplayable and they need to go back to an era when, 30 FPS was quite the norm for a lot of time.
Hey, friend. Many thanks for aiding Ocado. 'Twas a relief to see him return, and none the worse for wear.
Aye, that it was. The poor sod might not have made it back alive had you not intervened.
'Twas a bit too early for him to be seeing actual combat. That much was made well clear. We'll be extending his training period. The instructors here are well known for whipping recruits into shape with their grueling regimes.
Speaking of training regimes, I must admit I've half a mind to ask you to join us. We could use someone with your experience.
It's a goodly deed we've done. Now Sir Ocado can return to his duty in good health.
Dragon's Weight. Priority quest set automatically, so now we can just go out again. So, in terms of healing, does she just heal on her own, gradually?
Nothing to report, I'm afraid.
Okay. I haven't noticed any notable pop-in or anything like that, so all that looks good. I mean, like I say, the RE engine's looking very nice, and the lighting is nice. Just follow the road this way again. Hopefully the enemies haven't respawned. Nope. Go off the beaten track, or is that just too dangerous? No. Please tell me there were some autosaves. Please tell me autosaves after quest completions and things like that. That was an embarrassing death. First one. Oh dear. Very good. Thank you, game. That was a bit anticlimactic, wasn't it? Whoops. So fall damage is pretty lethal in this then. It's back. Goblins.
Wait, fight!
Vacation rank up. I think one thing as well is to say is that, Mike, talking about the frame rate again, is it doesn't seem to affect like the response time too much of your actions. There's no noticeable like input lag or anything like that. And that goes for a lot to help make the game still feel responsive. Again, I'm a bit lost for words to the people who are saying, like, because you do see it on social media this time, the cesspit of social media, the people saying that this is literally unplayable, and people have no idea what they're talking about. Debilitations are negative statuses. Okay. They're not exclusive to the Arisen, can be inflicted upon the enemies as well. Granting a fierce edge if applied wisely. What debilitation have I got? It's hard. Does that mean I'm susceptible to fire then? My the DualSense controller is roaring at me because and it's now flashing red. Okay, that's pretty cool. So I take it I could just heal here then. Recover a fair amount of health. Consume it to recover a bit of health. Okay, so I've got to give character healing stuff, and will they heal themselves then? That's drive rush, medium kick.
Naught compares to the thrill of victory. One cannot help but feel indomitable. No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
Something to examine, no? Oh, neat. That's pretty cool. I thought it was like a jump kick, but it's kind of... It's the same animation. I thought it was a dedicated jump kick. That would have been ace.
You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Master. Knowing when to use curatives is my specialty.
Arisen details Capcom. Okay. Again, so there we just see the reflection issue rear its ugly head. I wish I could remember what that was called. What's that? Golden Trove Beetle. You can do a jump kick. Look at that. Yes! I thought I'd spied that animation when I did it earlier. That's just neat, that is. It's a very pretty looking game. Again, you know, the RE engine's come on a long way from the skulking around the shadows in the Baker estate. I haven't got anything to equip. I haven't actually checked. smells.
Behold the state of the village. 'Tis a sorry sight indeed. The dragon truly is calamity incarnate.
Mayhap a
Pitiable arisen.
Is there actually an option to turn on like speech, like auto scrolling or whatever? Because I'm just sort of sometimes sat here waiting for it to carry on, and it's not moving, you know, until I actually prompt it along. Is there actually a way you can turn that off? I guess not. Actually doing it. Let's have a look around. Just look around for. Okay.
Hast thou forgotten thy destiny, thy charge? That is most unfortunate. But it doth not release thee from thy fate.
I must summon reinforcements.
Staggering amounts of damage. I guess I spoke too soon about the heart rip.
Can you hear me, sir? Sir, stay with me. Thank goodness. How are you feeling? This is the second time I've watched over you like this, isn't it? You do not remember? Then have you forgotten that you protected me from the dragon's flames? You withstood the fire in my stead and were well and truly charred. 'Twas terrible. I had thought your life forfeit. I could not hear the beating of your heart. But you hung on and arisen. I'm afraid I don't understand your meaning. Does it have aught to do with why you were taken to the castle? They said 'twas so that your wounds could be treated, though I fear you have no memory of this either.
I am of the Border Watch. Someone with arisen-like abilities came to this village, horn in tow. Know you aught of this?
Has he come for you? We are to part so soon, then. Mayhap you will visit me again someday. Till then, take care. Arisen.
Ah, excellent. You must be the one. You match my soldier's description. I'm glad I found you. The ruler of Vermont, currently convalescing in the capital, became arisen here in this very village. If you claim the same, then word must be borne to the capital. I dispatched a missive before coming here, though I doubt the matter can be settled without your presence. Would you be willing to accompany me to the capital? If you truly are arisen, you will be received with open arms. Oh, but forgive me. I scattered my soldiers in a bid to find you. I would not depart without them. We shall have to wait till they are reassembled. Come to think of it, Sir Leonard was asking after you as well. Mayhap now would be a good time to speak with him. Last I saw, he was having a drink at the inn.
Mayhap.
Simple conversation oft reveals what a week of searching never could.
Whom shall we speak with first?
Say, do you think this one's really arisen?
Oh, have you some business with the apothecary, sir? Dreadful sorry if I was in your way. Oh, no, I'm not lost or naught, sir. You needn't worry yourself on my account. I'm an apothecary in training, you see. My family runs a little shop in Vernworth. So when I heard tell of a medicine only to be found in this village, I thought I'd come and fetch some for us. Made the journey all by myself as well, if you can believe it. But, well, as luck would have it, I've not enough gold for the medicine. 'Twill be a shame to return empty-handed after coming all this way. But what more can I do?
Good hustle.
You'd do that? You'd get the medicine for me? Suppose there's no harm in that. If you're really sure. Oh, sir, I'd be most grateful. Seems my luck's not as rotten as I thought. I'll wait right here for your return, sir. And many thanks for your kindness.
We could make the fruit robberant ourselves, or simply purchase some at Ruiner's apothecary here in Mel.
I actually do the crafting? I need to be anywhere specific for the crafting. Buy ammo.
Ah, well met. Here for some fruit, Roberant, are we?
Modest camping kit.
Always a pleasure.
The recipient awaits, Master.
Hello again, sir. Say, have you brought some fruit Roberant for me? Oh, so this is what it looks like. Brilliant. Many thanks, sir. I haven't much to offer in return, but I'll be sure to tell Grandfather what you did for us. He'll want to reward you proper like, I'll bet.
My heart is light as a feather after that exchange.
Increase the lawful good.
What am I to do? You really ought to have returned. Mayhap 'tis time I went looking for him.
Well met. You're the one who saved Ulrika's life, aren't you? She told me all about it. It was a very brave thing you did. I'm in your debt. Ulrika's as good as my daughter. Here, consider this a small token of my gratitude. Now, tell me, are you registered with a guild? Perhaps you already know this, but registering with a guild will grant you access to specialized training, which comes in very useful when pursuing a vocation. Well now, that won't do. You need only speak with the innkeeper to register. Go on, 'twill only take a moment. If there is aught you wish to know of vocations, mayhap I can advise you.
Thank you, Leonard.
Naturally, it is a vocation for those who seek to master the bow, an exceptionally useful long-ranged weapon. At close range, however, a bow is nary more useful than a walking stick. Aye, the secret to being a successful archer is maintaining distance between you and your foes. Should you dedicate yourself to a vocation, try them as you like. Very well. There is no wrong choice in any case, but I shan't take up any more of your time.
Specialist tome.
All this hustle and bustle puts me right up. Here at the inn, we also offer changes of vocation for those who seek it. I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself. But enough about me. Did you need something?
If you unlock the vocation, you can change it at any time. Blah, blah. Okay. That seems a very OTT move. That's too cool, then, isn't it? That is. Press square while jumping back after a kick attack.
Do come again.
If there is aught you wish to know of vacations, very well. There is no wrong, but I shan't take up any more.
Speak with one that I have done.
If there is aught you wish to know of vacations, mayhap I... Very well. There is no wrong choice, but I shan't take up any more of your time.
So this is where you've been. Come with me to the village entrance. The Watchhead's waiting for you.
Who might have the answers we need? Should we ask around?
Mayhap 'tis time I went looking for it. That place puts my hairs on it. Is that you, Norbert? Oh, fie. Wait, listen. Would you be willing to search for my brother? The brave fool said he was going to look for herbs and went off into the forest. I've seen no sign of him since. I'd go and search for him myself, only... it is a dangerous place. Understand? I'm not afraid of monsters, but 'twould hardly help anything if I were to run in there unprepared and get myself hurt now, would it? So I thought, mayhap you'd go in my place. Please, sir. I worry for my brother. Many thanks. Go into the forest and turn when you reach the tree with the bird's nest, keeping the cliff to your right. Ah, this won't work, will it? I could see the route in my mind's eye, but my feet know it better than I do. I don't think I could plot it on a map, and 'tis my brother and I are the only ones who use that path to my knowledge. I suppose there's only one thing for it. I'll have to show you the way. Just be alert. The monsters of the forest have changed since the dragon's attack. I'll need you to watch over me, keep me safe. You will, won't you? Right. In we go then. My life's in your hands, friend.
We have been called upon to render aid. Let us make haste.
Wish I didn't have to work to earn my bread.
Ah, you've returned. Good timing, too. I have questions for you. First and foremost, will you accompany me to the capital? My thanks. Are you ready to depart, or do you need some time to prepare? Very well. Speak with me once you've finished your preparations.
It's a good little quest conflict. Right, on with us, there we go. I mean, the visuals are very clean. I think it's very, to say, I think it's checkerboard in 4K, but it does look good. again, just reiterating the fact that there is so far nothing wrong with this performance. You know, you can write till the sun goes down about the fact that it's not 60 FPS, but once you get over that and you lose yourself to the game, you're not even noticing the frame rate anymore. It's not an issue.
This is a good spot. Let's stop here a moment.
Okay,
I've camped
Ian.
here with my brother many a time. No doubt he caught his breath here before moving on, same as us.
Can you rest it? Oh, yeah. I've actually got one. No, I think I can.
It's about time we pressed on, wouldn't you say, Master?
I think so, yeah. Let's go. Ooh, goblins. Oh, you do have a quick menu for healing, okay.
Prepare for battle!
Nice, I like that. That's neat. Oh, he's spawned in.
Over so soon? Why? You seem to have come through unscathed.
It's a cool arrow. Bridge.
Seems naught ever goes right.
Golden Trove Beetle. That's 2 now. Are they just a world collectible or a crafting thing? I'm terrible at RPGs. I tend to pick up everything I see and then hoard it.
Can anyone hear me? Please, I need help.
Let's get to a high ground. So healing's instantaneous then, so it's nice to know that.
Betty!
I've had enough. I'd thought I was done for.
Aye, it was a near thing. How are you feeling?
I think I'll be all right. But if you hadn't come for me, Thanks, Ian.
Save your thanks, Norbert. I'm your brother. And I ought to have come sooner.
Well, this was a nice jolly exchange to say I was nearly eaten by rabid wolves, but thanks very much, Ian.
From where I'm standing, all that matters is that you made it in time. Anyway, I'm eager to be rid of this place. Let's return to the village, shall we? The sooner the better. I've got to deliver these medicinal herbs to the people who need...
Aye, you'll hear no complaints from me.
Keep your wits about you. We must not allow our charge to come to harm. Come to think of it, hesitation bogs you down, but it needn't. Your journey's just begun. Walk it proudly, and you'll do just fine.
Thank you. Oh no. I thought I was going to plug it to my doom. Well, what are we, an hour and a little bit in, and it's Dragon's Dogma. I can see what a lot of the reviews are saying, that it basically doesn't change a great deal. But for a game like Dragon's Dogma, that was fine, because it certainly was a highlight of the PS3 360 gen. I thought it was a very bold and for Capcom quite an original game at the time.
Foes and prefer combat's thrills to gathering items.
Indeed.
I'm confident and may act independently.
Okay, well, you can independently go jolly off the other way. Yeah, I always thought Dragon's Dogma was a bit of a highlight of, Capcom's catalogue at the time. And it's nice to know that they finally did sequel it, because I think it has been, demanded for some time. And yeah, it's a very solid experience so far. It hasn't rewritten the rule book, but I don't think a game like this needed to. I think it has been such a shame that the microtransaction argument and the performance issues have kind of overtaken everybody talking about the game itself.
Aye, I'm exhausted, but I can rest after I've delivered these herbs. I'll be back soon.
Good on you. Just take care, all right? You wonder why I don't follow him? So long as he stays away from that forest, he'll be fine on his own. When my brother told me he was going to fetch those herbs, I refused to join him, and I was right. Mayhap none of this would have happened had I only gone with him. My brother is always the one taking the initiative. But today's misadventure showed me that the path forward is the one with fewer regrets. Even when you can't be sure where it leads. We managed to save Norbert. Perhaps that's all that matters. Still, I can't help but wonder if I couldn't have spared him some of the pain and fear he suffered. If I'd only steeled myself sooner. So from now on, I'm going to trust in my own instincts. Never again will I let fear stop me from doing what I know to be right.
So Ian was rather hard on himself, methinks. He saved his brother just as much as we did.
Let's see, so make your way back to the capital and affirm your identity as the Arisen. The Watchhead is waiting you for you at the village entrance. Go there and speak with him. It's a huge map, this. I mean, oh gosh, that map looks a lot like Elden Rings, doesn't it? It's not a critique or anything like that, it's just an observation. The microtransaction thing, then, I mean, I've not seen any in the game. I've not even seen any pop-ups to indicate that they even exist. I presume if I go on like the store page, they'll all come up there. But certainly from the 90 minutes I've seen, not once has the game thrown up a pause screen and said, "Hey, I can do this, this, and this, but can also buy this."
I don't know about
So
you,
that's
Master,
decent.
but
It shows that they're not
I'm
actually
worn out.
so far
Why don't we
massively
have a
not
rest
intrusive.
before pressing on?
I wouldn't even know they exist. Like I say, if it not were it not for the controversy that surrounds it. With regards to microtransactions and my personal feelings on them, I don't know whether I'm just too long in the tooth or too much going on in life. They don't bother me too much, as long as a couple of fundamental things aren't in place. One is microtransactions in a multiplayer environment, which gives players an advantage over others for the sake of money. No good. But because there's a single player game, we don't factor that in. It's fine. So what you've got is a series of boosters, from what I understand, that increase XP or give you currency to buy things at an earlier stage than you would have been able to acquire them in game. It is worth pointing out, as Capcom have said, that all of the currency that the microtransactions give you is available in game. So that's decent. If people want to spend their money on a $60, $70, $80 game and then spend more money to play less of it,
we must leave anon.
then that's okay. That's up to them. It's not up to me how people spend their money. Do I wish microtransactions didn't exist? Yeah, but again, I'm so indifferent to them. As long as they don't impede the kind of games that I play, then I'm really not bothered. It's like microtransactions are in Street Fighter 6, but because they don't affect any of the gameplay, it's just all cosmetic stuff. I don't really care what people want to spend their money on. The only issue I have with a microtransaction is if something in game has been artificially extended or abused to then force you into the dilemma of, do I spend X amount of time doing this, or do I just buy a microtransaction and earn it quicker? So if there's like a super rare item, and to do it, to get a said item, you need to earn enough currency, and to get that currency, you've got to do a boss or a raid like 5 times in a row. If a developer then turns around and thinks, well, that's actually way too easy and too soon, what we're going to do is we'll force the player to do that raid 100 times. So technically, the currency's still available in game, but you're going to be playing it for hundreds of hours before you actually can afford whatever it is item. That's when microtransactions, I think, are abusive, because you've got a developer artificially extending their game to force you into that dilemma of going, well, I don't actually have physically enough time in my life to be able to save up this currency to do it, so I'm now having to buy a microtransaction just to be able to see the game's content or to get the items that I want or whatever, and that's when I have a problem with it. All the reviews indicated that wasn't the case with this game, so again, whether you want to spend the money on playing this game to play this game less, whether you have a lifestyle that can't accommodate it, whatever, they're there, you don't have to use them, no one's holding you at gunpoint to buy them, it's not an issue. The exclusive ticket in Resident Evil 4,
caused a bit of a controversy because people were like, well, you can just spend the money and unlock the Platinum Trophy quicker. Who cares? I can't say that. I can't even say the last time I scrutinised or even looked at somebody else's trophy list. So I do not care if someone got the Resident Evil 4 Platinum way faster than other people did. And this is where it's all a bit moot. All the controversy that surrounds this game seems to be just a bit reactionary because it's the in thing to do.
Make haste then. We must leave anon.
I'm not condoning it as a practice, and I would certainly like to see less of it, but from what I've seen, it's not affected this game so far at all. I've not even, apart from the Rift Points thing that popped up earlier, I've not even seen anything to do with currency really, beyond the gold I'm carrying. And that was, and I had enough gold to do the first quest, so.
Good. Then let us be on our way.
Company Gregor to the capital. I'm interested to know, because the game hasn't told me yet, I don't think, I missed anything, how many years have passed from the first game. Because I assume this is a sequel. Whoa. Encumbered. So does the zoom in on keen sight only work when the game detects you not in combat? It's not actually doing the zoom anymore. Yeah, how come it's not doing the zoom in shot? What am I doing wrong there? I'll toggle view, okay. Why aren't I getting the zoom on keen sight? Special sight augments user vision. Consume stamina while the bow is drawn. Press the assign button. Then release R1 or press the assign button again. That's weird. Oh, there we go. To draw it first and get it. There we go. I knew there would be something I was doing.
Let us see what you're made of.
They call me Sibatai, thief and archer.
Naught compares to the thrill of victory. One cannot help but feel indomitable. You're well fond of picking things up, aren't you?
The Arisen
Vistas.
is the lawful ruler of Vermund. So it has always been. To claim the title is to claim the throne. Yet not all claim. Our kingdom sees many pretenders. They are not dealt with lightly. There's still one. Regardless, you would do well not to invite my mistrust on our journey.
I'll carefully conserve my strength and endeavor to survive every battle by way of sound strategy and defensive tactics.
Okay, Fern. You sounded familiar as well. Okay, potentially recognise your voice actress. I've lost you. Where are we going?
Useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
Goblin camp. It's a very neat move, that. Oh, I like that. That's cool. How did I do that? Is that just automatic?
As I understand it, 'tis boorish to speak when you've naught to say, so I shall hold my tongue.
Fine.
Ah, a material. Useful things, these.
Oh. Look for. As in Dragon's Dogma, the first one, it was always worth checking out all these little nooks and crannies of the map. You often find, chests and things just off the beaten track, or items and pickups, and in this case, a mere raspberry. But you never know.
Hold here a moment. I shall bid them open the gate.
Who's that you've brought with you, Watchhead, sir?
An Arisen, by all appearances.
An Arisen? Another pretender, you mean? I see the Sovereign's ascension has done little to stop such charlatans from plying their trade.
'Tis uncertain. This one commands the loyalty of the pawns.
What? Impossible. You know as well as I do that there can be but one Arisen, and he's up in the palace.
I'm well aware of how preposterous the idea is, thank you. However, as I do not believe it my place to rule on such a matter, I will make my report to the capital. If the claim is false, we will be rewarded handsomely for our trouble. If the claim is true, however, who can say? All's been arranged. Come, let us pass through the gate. An ox cart was meant to meet us, yet 'tis nowhere in sight. Aught may have befallen it. Best we press on.
I do admire the real push and embrace of like old English terms. It really is. It really is befitting for the world. I wonder how much of it's going to be lost on people of today, when language is dead. Stones. Neat. It's pretty much again the same as it was in the first game. And I think it's Susie's one.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle, I shall follow your lead and prioritize support.
Susie's got a one called Stella somewhere, hasn't she?
Tis a pleasure to meet you.
There's no Amelia Clark, but nice use of the name. He's actually going anyway. Longer, I forgot. Just do a little bit longer.
Is everyone all right? More marks of the dragon's fury. Its rampage must have weakened the earth here.
Another goblin.
See, my fight is not yet done.
I can see more. Flying goblin. It's just an automatic end of combat transition-y thing. That's pretty cool. I hope there's variations on it. I hope there's more than one thing like that.
You're well fond of picking things up, aren't you? As you wish. I shall return directly.
I dare say the cart shan't be traversing this. Onward! It might await us on the road ahead.
I do like to put the two rather a lot. There's lots. Oh, did you look at this? Look at this! Dusky. See what I mean? I was reading in one of the reviews that the changes of time during the day happen very quickly, and that was quite instantaneous from like afternoon to dusk. But that's a really good look to it. That is really nice. Anyway, look at this. Resident Evil 6 throwback. How did I do it? How did I do it? Yes! Sliding!
The likes of you. That's it!
That's it. It's a tough one, this. It's getting dark. Really dark. Thought it was gone then. The passage of time and time is overflowing river in the world. That's the time you know to stay in the inn or make use of one of the special seats. Hey, the Bloodborne seat mechanic returns. Nightfall, the onset of darkness summons you for some monsters not seen during the day. Explore the wilderness after sunset at your own peril, and be sure to have light lantern in your pack. It's some oh god, your fruit goes rotten.
Seems there's no room for argument here. I shall obey, but I won't pretend I'm happy about it.
It's quite ominous that does with all the people, the lanterns in the dark. It's a striking look, for sure. Iris, you really need to be healing yourself. Give her some. If I give her that, we should actually heal herself now. Yeah. Okay. Beetles. One forfeit during revival. Pawns are rendered immobile when their health falls to 0. I take it that means Tyrus has fallen. Yes. You are unable to stir from within fallen without aid. If you leave a pawn in a mobile state for a prolonged length of time, so basically it's like Operation Raccoon City again. You're going to have to run around reviving everybody. Yeah, well. No, you guys, crazy. Come on, Tyrus. A bit scrappy, but we did it. There's nowhere to go.
How could I have forestalled this?
Where are we supposed to be going?
I seem to recall there being a treasure chest in this area when I explored it in other worlds. Shall I lead the way?
Can rest at this campfire. I might choose this as a point to save, I think. And I'll call it a night there. Skeletons!
Over so soon? Why? We seem to have come through unscathed.
There we go.
A good sleep.
So I think I can save it there, can't I?
It does wonders.
So, if yeah, there's no greater praise that I can lavish upon it other than it's Dragon's Dogma. It's it feels just like a more refined, more honed version of the first game, and that's no bad thing. I think enough time's passed that even though it shares a lot of similarities, and it's not as wildly original as that first game was, like I say, enough time has passed that this kind of stands on its own merits again. I don't think any Dragon's Dogma fan wanted a sequel to potentially rewrite the rulebook or anything like that, and I think this does absolutely fine. Again, I can't stress enough. Obviously, I've only seen this initial sort of couple of hours, but the frame rate hasn't bothered me once. Is it 100% consistent? No, it isn't. But does it render the game unplayable? Absolutely not. Do not believe what you've been reading online. It's just tech bros and people who just like to, critique any time a game falls less than 120 FPS. It's really, really not an issue. And I think if people find a game like this unplayable, then I wonder, how they've been able to play a good chunk of games through their lives. Looking forward to really playing this a lot more. And again, thank you for Capcom for the opportunity to, have the game and give it a try. Just a shame I couldn't have done it on more close to the launch day, but just the weekend that I've had and everything like that. This is literally the earliest opportunity I've had to be able to get online and give the game a try. But very solid, very enjoyable. Looking forward to trying it more, and hope to stream some more of it very soon. Yeah, that's all I can say really. Very impressed. Again, we finished this session with not seeing a single microtransaction. As I look around on these menus, I can't see a single one. So, what can I say? I can only judge it on the experience I've just had now, and that's been a really, really good one. I'm eager to see more and get this character leveled up a lot more and start dabbling with some more fun skills and things. But yeah, excellent. Thanks very much for watching, and hopefully more opportunities like this will arise in the future. And obviously, yeah, it just goes without saying thank you again, Capcom. So until next time, guys, we'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.